This video is all about the right hand, how you can beef it up, make it a bit more interesting rather than sticking to one single note when you're playing a piece. This is a trick that you can apply to any piece, which is so handy. A few people have been asking about this, and I thought it'd be a good one to do a full dedicated video on because it's something that I would occasionally say very quickly in a tutorial. Please let me know if I've explained this well, or if you have any more questions about it, leave it down in the comments. The song I'm going to be using as an example is Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. There's only 4 chords to this. You have G major, D major, A minor, and then it goes G major, D major, C. So I'll play a very basic melody of it in the right hand. That's the chorus repeated. For this tutorial, I will be using the left hand pattern. This thing here that most of you have learned at this stage, but if you haven't, link down in the description for the full video of how to do that. As you can see, they're the single melody notes for that, and that's a very easy way to play that song, but it's not that interesting. It seems very easy as well when you look at someone playing with one finger. So what I like doing is looking at what chord you are on in the left hand and then figuring out which right hand notes from this chord you can just add to the melody, right? So say we'll play the G chord, that's the first chord down with the left hand. G is made of G, B and D. And the melody we're playing is so what I would do for this, and you need to use your ear to figure out how this sounds as well. You don't want it sounding too muddy because that can happen as well. But a very easy way to play this song is just when you're playing the G chord, play the notes D and G in the right hand as they lie below the main melody note here. A good trick for this tip as well is to keep the melody line at the top of whatever you're playing. So I wouldn't go ahead and add a higher D and a higher G to this melody line when you're playing it, because that will just confuse people. That just doesn't sound right, but this sounds right. So I'm keeping the main vocal line the highest note that I'm playing in the right hand, because for whatever reasons, I think our ear is trained when we're listening to piano to take that highest melody note as the singing voice melody. And you can, whatever low notes you play, it kind of just adds to the left hand or the bass of the song. For this example, I'm playing G and I'm going, which is the first 2 melody notes. So I'm playing just an extra G and D, which are already in the chord of G major. Then the next chord is D major on the left hand. So I'm literally just going to play a D chord with the right hand because it fits this song. Because the vocal melody line is A, and I'm playing a D major chord, which consists of D, F sharp and A. So I can also play in the right hand D and F sharp. Now you see that movement there, because the next vocal melody note is G. I'm not going to play the F sharp when I'm playing that G, even though I'm in the chord of D major, because that sounds messy. It's a bit dissonant when you're playing 2 notes like that so close together. So to clean it up, I'm going to remove that, and I can still keep playing the D note here. And then I'm basically going to play an A minor chord with the right hand, because that's the next chord, and the vocal line is A as well. But if you notice with the right hand, this is called an A minor first inversion, where instead of playing A minor like this, you just take the first note of the chord and you just move it up here, up the octave. So that's it, that's where we're at. And then I'm going to go on. This is a very repetitive song, melodic wise, kind of. And that last chord is D major, which I'm basically playing a full D major chord with the right hand because the melody line is G. So we're playing C major, so C, E, G. I can play those two notes with the left hand, C and E. And now you know that trick, so whenever I say play a note that just coincides with the left hand, you need to know your chords. So what I would urge you to do, if you haven't already, is download the free piano chord Bible that I made for free. It's a PDF document that gives you all the keys, all the scales of each key with the most common chords of each key and what the chords are and all that stuff. It gives you every chord you'll need, basically, more or less, to play piano at an intermediate level. So download that, that's free in the description. Also, I'll mention that I am offering one-on-one tuition classes, so if you want to book in with me, my calendar's down below, and just have a look there and book in a slot whenever you want. But yeah, I hope this video helped. That's all for today. I'm going to keep it short. Let me know if you want more of this kind of thing or whatever else you're struggling with. This came from a request, and there hasn't been many requests. There's been like maybe 1 or 2 per video. So I've basically been able to get around to like almost all of them. So if you have a request, put it in the comments. It's very likely that I'll be able to take it up. Yeah, practice that trick. Get familiar with it. You need to know your chords to be able to do that quickly and easily. So download that document and just start learning the chords. Be familiar with all your chords from each key. And it will really elevate your learning.